In this video, I'm gonna perform a quick fingerprint sensor speed test on Xiaomi 15T Pro. I'm gonna see how long does it take to unlock the phone, for how long we need to hold our finger on the sensor in order to unlock the phone, and also how long does it take to actually unlock the phone in the terms of these animations that we have on this phone. And I'm gonna start with the lock screen. We're gonna then move on to the AOD as well, and I'm gonna also check if we have to have AOD enabled in order to unlock the phone with the screen off. So let's go into the lock screen, and over here at the bottom we have our fingerprint sensor. I'm gonna use my thumb, and first we're gonna use we're gonna unlock it a couple of times with simple touches. I'm gonna actually hold it just for like a second, maybe even half of it, in order to see how long does it take to unlock. As you can see, the animation is really smooth. It doesn't take too long to actually unlock the phone. I also applied this custom fingerprint animation, and we will see if it actually has an impact as well, because I've heard that in some cases, if you actually apply a custom animation for the fingerprint, then it takes longer, or actually the fingerprint sensor is actually slower because of that. But it seems that in this case it is still pretty good. What is quite interesting is that we do not have ultrasonic sensor in here. It is just optical. So now, as you can see, these standard touches, typical touches, are working just fine. So now I'm gonna proceed and see if we have to hold for long enough, if we can just simply tap in order to unlock the phone. And a couple of first taps, and as you can see, the phone cannot really recognize my finger. So if I just tap on the sensor, it doesn't work. We have to hold for just slightly longer. So unfortunately, well, this is just the fact that it is not ultrasonic, because ultrasonic sensors usually have the capability to quickly unlock the phone with simple taps. We don't have to even touch and hold the sensor in order to unlock the phone. But as you can see, we don't have to hold the finger for a long time as well. So this is like semi-touches, semi-holding. I'm not sure how to call it really. It is not taps, but it is not holding as well. It's like longer taps. I don't know how to actually name it, but I think you get the idea. Something in between, right? So I would say the sensor is working really great. It doesn't require us to hold the finger for too long. And the placement of the sensor is also pretty great, because it is just at the bottom, so we don't have to like change the position of our hand or something, especially if you have smaller hands like I do. Then in that case, of course, it might be inconvenient to have the sensor placed somewhere higher. In this case, I feel like the position is pretty good. All right, so now we're gonna go to the AOD, and we will see if it's, for example, slower in AOD, because that's usually the case. And in here, of course, we still cannot tap, but I feel like it's pretty much the same. I'm not sure if it's identical. Maybe we have to hold it for like a fraction of a second longer, which is really nothing that would be concerning, really. It's still just as fast, I think, as on the lock screen, so pretty solid job done by Xiaomi in this case. I'm gonna do it one more time. There we go. So as you can see, it works really well. All right, so I'm gonna disable AOD in here, and we're gonna see if it is possible to unlock our phone without AOD. So now AOD is off. We can still see the fingerprint sensor being highlighted for a quick second, but now that the sensor is gone, let's see if we can unlock it. Unfortunately, it didn't work for the first time. I'm gonna wait for the sensor to disappear again. And yeah, we can see that it is problematic. So we actually have to hold here now when the screen is off, which is something that can be expected, of course. But yeah, even if we hold it for like half a second, it might not be recognized. I'm gonna wait again. I'm gonna also check in a second if the sensor is faster when it is being displayed. But yeah, in this case we actually have to hold our finger. All right, so now when we have the sensor, it is working just fine, I guess. So it's like, while the AOD might be disabled, we still have the sensor displayed. So, yeah. So in this case, it works just fine, and we don't have to hold for too long as well. But if the screen is completely off, then in this case, unfortunately, we have to hold for like a second or maybe a second and a half. And I'm gonna also disable the animation completely. Let's go to fingerprint effects. Let's turn off the animation. And let's actually go to the lock screen. And in this case, it seems that it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't feel like it makes any difference. I mean, the animation, whether you have it or not. Yeah. I think it's just as fast. Or maybe it is actually, it might be. No, I think it's pretty much the same. Maybe it's just a placebo effect for me. It doesn't feel faster, really. It feels the same. Let's see tapping. Yeah, I think it's more or less the same. Maybe there's like a really insignificant difference. Or like I said, it might be just a placebo effect for me. But I think the sensor is really fast, really rapid. Despite not being ultrasonic, it's pretty good. Sadly, tapping doesn't work, but we don't have to hold for too long to actually unlock the phone. So really solid job. And I think users of this smartphone should be pretty happy with these results. Maybe the only downside is, of course, the when the phone is completely off, when the screen is off, and when we don't have the visible sensor, because in that case, of course, we have to hold for longer to actually unlock the phone. But I guess you can expect this to be the case when there is no like information on this screen, if I can say it like that. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.